Hello everyone, and welcome to the SBC Digital Summit. This is not exactly what we're expecting to do this week. Betting on Sports America was due to start tomorrow in New Jersey. So at least we can all be conversing with each other virtually. So that's something.
Table tennis, somehow to organize pools, to have a bigger coverage there. What it is doing, all in all, if we are looking now to the months of April, we have 24,000 live matches with these complete measurements. And this is, I never had believed before that we can do this, but we are now on this level. So for April, you see definitely the numbers. It is roughly 20% higher than we had been last year from a number of matches. I'm not speaking that the weightage is the same, but the size of the offer is there and we created it.
I started to see the pressure around the balance sheet and specifically about cash management. So we put quite strict and detailed review on a daily, weekly basis in terms of revenues, which no one really knows how your annual budget from last year, how it actually will be translated to evolving situation on a daily basis.
To that extent on the staff, we haven't let any staff go. In fact, we've been hiring a lot of staff when others here in Estonia have been letting staff be made redundant. We've been picking and cherry picking the best ones. So it's been quite a fortuitous situation in that regard, in a bad scenario. Really trying to, again, empathise with the players and let them know that they're not alone and we're business as usual. In fact, we're going further and onwards in how we can make their entertainment more enjoyable during this period. From the sports betting perspective, obviously there was a huge issue with a lack of sporting content. So we rapidly developed and iterated, and we put in the table tennis, we put in eFIFA, we put in eNBA 2K, and our traders straight away took that as a challenge and started to trade that. We've been good at the start of the year. What can we do right now? How do we keep our customers happy and how do we fill the shelves for them? So there's been a fantastic common understanding across the company on what we need to do to achieve that and how we're going to do it, and everyone's played their part.
So on poker, which you see in other reports, for poker, for example, we doubled and tripled our GGR on that game format. I think as the majority of people are nowadays being at home and they have more time, they're looking for something to play the time on. We have seen indeed a growth in casino, let's say around about 10 to 15%, basically throughout all territories. So there is a, let's say, positively stable growth. We have virtual meetings, and we have virtual cocktail parties, we have virtual birthday parties. So teams are very creative around it, even cross-country.
Getting a bit boring at home, but with regards to productivity, we've, I think, done a fantastic job to be very flexible and agile. We've created our own content to some extent. We've created our own FIFA tournaments in week 2 or 3, where we even created odds. So I think there was a very good dynamic and very, very good innovational thinking of a lot of our employees, which we are very proud on.
The first company out of the entire economy who publicly promised that we are not gonna let go any of our employees. We've done that due to the fact that we were financially ready to hold on to all of them for quite substantial.
We stick to our basics. What are we as bookmakers? We identify risks. We need to know who our customers are. We profile the business, we profile the customers, and then we react accordingly. So we're in a risk-based business, and you just apply that same framework to these new environments. You open up small, you start with a little bit of exposure, and you get comfortable and familiar, and you grow and you learn and you react quickly.
To reskill and help out, and I think you really see during a crisis the true essence of an organization and the staff within it. So I've been hugely encouraged by that.
Mainly our retailers have taken from this crisis is that digital is not an enemy for retailers. digital could be an opportunity, an alternative vertical of revenues for the shops.
And so the biggest lesson learned for me is having a diverse business will put you in a better position when unexpected shocks do come.
Look, it's like imagine you are a vegan, and you go into supermarket. You have a meat section, fish section, egg section. But if you're a vegan, you'll find whatever you need. You'll find your, plant-based products. You will not stop visiting the supermarket because it sells fish or meat. It doesn't work like that. So every bookmaker has become kind of aggregator of content. Because nowadays you go onto a betting website, you see bingo, you see casino, you see bets in Formula One. I mean, those things do not alienate. It just shows that the product portfolio is really vast.
The volume has gone up, the number of partners has gone up, the number of players has gone up, and the amount of bets has gone up. And I think that may be systemic of the fact that people are home a lot.